Questions and comments? The honourable member for Windsor West.
Mr. Speaker, and thank you for the intervention. Been here when Member Carleton was actually on the front bench with Stephen Harper, and I remember them cutting my veterans office. And interesting, Mr. Speaker, one of the things that the Conservatives like to run away from, but is the real fact and truth, is that they were the ones that brought in the GST to this country, which is a consumer tax on citizens. And then later on, the member of Carleton also championed and brought in the HST. And to bring the HST in, we actually had to borrow money during a deficit, which we are still paying on to this day. And second to that, they had to provide $6 billion in payoffs to provinces to bring in a new tax on Canadians, including groceries. So how can the Conservatives continue to say that they are supportive of this passing on of the costs to consumers without taking full responsibility themselves? And lastly, they never did a single thing when the competition issue came forth with the bread scandal, letting the CEOs and the companies off when Canadians, for the basic staple of bread, were actually being charged and gouged by complicitly working together against Canadian consumers, and they never did a single thing to do that. Lastly, they were also opposed to the new Competition Act issues that we're finally bringing into place. How can they continue to do that to Canadians?
The honourable member Battle River Crowfoot.
Mr. Speaker, there's an expose in economic incompetence, and I'll give you a clear example as to why I say that definitively. Because when the previous Mulroney government, so we're really reaching back here. You know, we're talking more than 3 decades where there was a series of taxes that were levied against Canadians that were hidden in the cost. So what did Brian Mulroney do? Is he brought forward the GST that Canadians could see. So, Mr. Speaker, that should be proof positive that when the NDP are involved, economic incompetence reigns. And when it comes to the motion that we have before us, I am so proud that the legacy of the Conservative Party is one of building a nation that prospers, building a nation where competition can reign, where there can be investment, when the private sector is able to build a future and allow, it encourages Canadians to take the risk of being an entrepreneur, encouraging young Canadians to be able to take that risk to buy a home, to be able to ensure that there is a future for them in our country, Mr. Speaker. It's unfortunate that the Socialist NDP that prop up the Liberals want to continue to keep Canadians from being able to reach the full potential that I believe that truly they have.